From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Century Ply and CAF Appliances.
Good evening and welcome, viewers. I will not comment on the Supreme Court split verdict in the hijab case today. We must not, because India's highest court will eventually decide on the issue before a larger Supreme Court bench which will deal with that issue, and we must all respect that process. So there will be no comments and not required on what the Supreme Court split verdict really means. But I will ask tonight, and I will say tonight, and say again tonight with all the conviction at my command, that the hardline elements in this country who are trying to insist on Muslim women wearing the hijab, they are misusing the card of individual choice. They don't really believe in it. They don't believe, ladies and gentlemen, in the principle of individual choice. They believe, in the contrary, on imposing their views on those who deserve to have a choice, a real choice, to whom the Constitution and the legal process in this country gives them a choice from the day they are born in this country. And viewers, I have one more thing to say tonight to people who say that in India, the hijab is being banned. What fiction? They say the hijab is being banned. I ask them, and you should ask them too, do these people want to ban school uniforms? Do these people want to ban military uniforms? Do these people want to ban police uniforms, ladies and gentlemen? What should people wear what they want in school? Should people wear what they want in the defense forces or as paramilitary personnel? It makes no sense. I believe this is a bogus argument. This whole argument is bogus and completely contrived. And with you on my side, hopefully tonight I shall prove that on the debate this evening. I have two debates and a very special guest. After a split verdict of the hijab case in the Supreme Court, the hijab debate just became bigger. That's debate number one. At 10 o'clock tonight, India's leading legal eagle, Harish Salve, speaks to Ridhamanand Bhardwaj on the hijab row at 10 p.m. That's a debate exclusive. And viewers, shocking details of the ED prosecution complaint in the Rana Ayub case. She's at the center of a dirty charity fraud scandal. Big revelations. Why is the lobby silent? And that as well. And viewers, just want to remind you that tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, starting 9 o'clock in the morning, India's biggest business and economy conclave, live coverage will be here on Republic. And here are the headlines. This Thursday evening on the debate tonight.
If a girl wants to wear a hijab of her free will versus saying our girls will not be able to study are two very different things.
Two-judge bench of the Supreme Court delivers a split verdict on hijab. Justice Hemant Gupta dismisses the hijab plea. Justice Sudhanshu Dhulia says it's a matter of choice. Hijab case now set to go to the Chief Justice of India. For now, the status quo.
इस्लाम के अंदर मतलब ये कि जवान बेटियां और जो है वो है औरतों के लिए हिजाब का हुक्म दिया गया है कि वो बापर्दा रहें.
And the hijabs are mandatory. Conundrum has begun according to the Samajwadi Party MP. No hijab equals misbehavior for women. Received the funds in personal accounts in the name of fundraiser, got FDs made. Massive allegations in the ED charge sheet against Rana Ayub. And as the truth comes out about what Rana Ayub has done, the self-styled sympathizers of the self-styled journalists and Lutyens go completely silent. AAP's Gujarat President Gopal Italia stages drama at the NCW, gets detained and later spins a new angle to cover up his abuse. The hijab row has become a raging global debate. In India, it's a huge political debate. It is an ongoing social debate. And now with the split verdict in the Supreme Court, it certainly is a legal debate. The final judgment on the matter will be based on the decision of the Chief Justice of India. And ladies and gentlemen, for now, though the questions are many, can those who call hijabs compulsory then use the matter of choice defense? Can those talking about hijabs being a choice then condemn a secular restriction? Can those who call themselves progressive take a dual stand on the issue? Viewers, you and I must debate.
The hijab verdict from the top court today is a split, divergent decision from two judges. What this means is it's still not decided whether uniforms are going to be prescribed in educational institutions, and this question shall continue to remain till the Chief Justice of India gives appropriate directions.
Justice Dhulia respectfully differs with his opinion, and he has based his judgment on the ground that a girl child faces a lot of problems while going to schools and colleges, and he has allowed all the petitions, set aside the GO passed by the government of Karnataka and set aside the order passed by the Honorable High Court of Karnataka.
विद्यार्थी हैं जो गर्ल स्टूडेंट्स हैं, उनकी क्या उनका जीवन हम इस जजमेंट से किसी तरह आसान किया?
Justice Dhulia effectively read out, or whatever, he didn't read out, but effectively told the court as to what his reasons were, and he said that what has weighed with him was the fact that girl education in this country is still a challenge, and a restriction such as this will only further that challenge.
Two judges at the bench, Justice Hemant Gupta had clearly stated that he believes the prescribed uniform is a part of the right of the government to have, and therefore the circular is upheld. On the other side, we saw Justice Dhulia stating that the rights of a girl child should not be let off in case she is not able to get education. On both these points, finally, the judges have said, we are going to direct the matter to the Chief Justice of India for appropriate directions. It's possible, likely, there will be a different bench or a larger bench that will now be looking into the hijab ban.
This 209-page verdict, composed of two different judgments, puts the case before the doors of the Chief Justice of India.
ನಮ್ಮ ನಿರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇತ್ತು, 50-50 ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಇದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಲಾರ್ಜರ್ ಬೆಂಚಿಗೆ ವರ್ಗಾಯಿಸುವ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಉಂಟು. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಯ ಮುಖ್ಯ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ನಾವು ಕಾದು ನೋಡುವ, ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಶಾದಾಯಕವಾದಂಥ ನಿರ್ಧಾರವನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ.
For now, the Karnataka order restricting hijabs in schools stands.
There is a split judgment in the Supreme Court today. Ban of hijab will continue. As you know that Karnataka Education Act and rule does not permit any religious items inside the class. So we are very clear that no student can wear hijab inside the class.
And amid the wait for a final conclusion, the sexism is thriving.
और आज अगर इसमें कोई पाबंदी लगाई जाती है कि हिजाब की ज़रूरत नहीं है, वो ये कहते हैं, तो इससे समाज को भी न सिर्फ इस्लाम को बल्कि समाज को नुकसान होगा.
Some are hitting out at the judiciary.
धार्मिक मामलों में इंटरफेयर नहीं करना चाहिए. इस तरह की जो अपीलें हैं उनको सिरे से खारिज करना चाहिए, क्योंकि कोर्ट की अगर पेंडेंसी हम देखें तो वो बहुत ज़्यादा है कोर्ट को कहना चाहिए, सरकार को साफ तौर से, कि ऐसे लोग जो इस तरह की अपील डालते हैं उनको कोई ना कोई पनिशमेंट होना चाहिए.
Some view it as an opportunity for vote bank politics.
It is both. It is first choice, it is right to choice, it is right to culture, it is right to privacy, and also it is part of the essential religious practice. It is everything. That is what the Constitution says.
And those calling hijabs an essential practice must watch this revolution brewing. But the issue is larger.
Speaking for myself, I don't know of any legal principle by which somebody can put an impediment. A girl should have a right to freedom of expression. If a girl wants to wear a hijab of her free will versus saying our girls will not be able to study are two very different things. I would love to go to a formal place in jeans because that's my favorite attire. Can I do that? No. Can I walk into a courtroom wearing shorts? No, I can't. Why? Because there is a solemnity. So a particular sense of dress has always been considered relevant. And in a school, a uniform is considered.
The ultimate decision will be made in the courts of law. But for now, the hijab debate has just gotten bigger. Let's debate.
Welcoming tonight, Arnab Bagalwadi is the petitioner in the Udupi hijab case. Tanveer Ahmed, Dr. Lubna Kamal and Saida Falak are on one side from Lucknow and Hyderabad. On the other side tonight, Rashmi Samant, well-known activist, Shalini Ali of the women's wing of the MRM, Ishkaran Bhandari, lawyer in the Supreme Court. And my first question goes to the remarkable Mohandas Pai. Mr. Pai, I don't understand it. I don't understand. You say something is essential. See, first, I'm not commenting on the court, so people don't need to freak out here today that I'm going to make comments on the court. I'm extending my brief. I know, I'm not going to do that. I know the limitations and I know responsibilities. But we have a right to debate the issue. So, Mr. Pai, my question to you is this. They say it's an essential practice. And then they say, no, it's a matter of individual choice. It's completely oxymoronic. You say you have to do it. You have to wear it. If you are a Muslim, you have to do it. If you don't wear it, you're a bad Muslim. You're a non-practicing Muslim. You don't believe in the religious practice, which is essential. And then they say, no. It's a matter of choice. Where's the choice? If you have made it compulsory, where's the choice? I don't understand. It's not a choice argument at all. How do you view it? The issue is becoming bigger. Mohandas Pai.
Arnab, you know, what has happened today is really sad because, you must understand, when you say it's a matter of choice, you must have the freedom to make a choice. Where is the freedom for Muslim women to make a choice? All the mullah says you must be clothed fully. Everything should be covered, including your hands, except your eyes. You can see all these images where women are in burqa, covering everything except their eyes. So where is the choice? You are being forced to do something, so you have no freedom of choice. It's bogus to say the freedom of choice. All the mullahs have come out and said, if you want to be a good Muslim, you must wear a hijab, you must wear a burqa, blah, blah, blah. So there is compulsion and there is coercion. You can see the PFI in South Korea having coercion. You can see the CJ, the campus front of India putting in coercion. Because of the coercion, there is no choice. And in Bangalore, I've seen 5-year-old children wearing a hijab, wearing a burqa. Where is the choice for a 5-year-old girl child? Where is the choice for a 10-year-old girl child? Can a 5-year-old girl child make a choice? I don't know how we can make the choice. Who is making the choice? Where is the choice? Choice means you have the freedom to make the choice. If you don't have the freedom to make a choice, there is compulsion. And in this compulsion, you have people fighting back. In Iran, some 20 young children have been shot by the police. In Iran, young girls are going on the streets and saying that we don't want to wear a hijab. Where is the choice? That the Islamic country, India is becoming an Islamic country where people are being forced, as it is because of certain constitutional issues which have to be solved. Muslim women do not have equal rights like Muslim men. It goes against Article 14, which promises equal rights irrespective of gender. Where are the equal rights of Muslim women? There are no equal rights, no equal right to succession, no equal rights to the law, no equal rights to maintenance. They are unequal, subordinate to the
Muslim women
Shaolin males.
speak.
They are following a medieval law.
There are Muslim women here who can speak for themselves.
And if you live in a country which is ruled by the constitution, then you must make sure that Article 14 is enforced. And Article 14 says every Indian citizen has the right to equality. When you don't have equal rights, where is the freedom of choice? I think this choice argument given by some people is a bogus argument to compel people to do something. And Arnab, I want to make another point. This is a very narrow issue. What is a narrow issue? It's not about the right to wear a hijab. Nobody is saying you don't have a right to wear a hijab. You can wear a hijab for kingdom come wherever you want in public and do what you want. Nobody can prevent you.
Audio, lost the line.
You cannot wear the hijab, you got to wear a uniform. That is all. And you know, Arnab, one more point. When I went to school, Arnab, there were Muslim boys, Christian boys. We never knew what was Muslims, what were Christians. They're all together.
Exactly.
You're going to have a girl with a hijab who is going to assert she's a Muslim, not like anybody else. So divisions are going to come. We are divided society as it is, and the division is going to come. It's a very disappointing argument. We seem to suddenly become prominent about choice. And
I think,
you know, a judge is somebody is getting moved by emotion rather than reason and logic.
Okay, I'm not commenting on the observations of any Supreme Court judge.
I'm not commenting on the judgment. All I'm saying is what happened today.
No, I'm not either. But I'm saying tonight that some say that this is a pro-choice. Wearing hijab is a matter of choice. Oh, really? You say it's an essential Islamic practice. You refuse to listen to people who say it is not an essential Islamic practice. You say they have no right to speak. You say they're absolutely wrong.
It is an essential Islamic
you
practice.
say they are violating the tenets of your religion. And then you say, as I welcome Shalini Ali on the other side on this debate, before I come to you, Lubna, you're both debating tonight. Let me complete my sentence. Please don't be intolerant to me. Please don't express such extremely radical intolerance on my program. We are pro-democracy. But please don't tell me you offer a choice. Do you offer Shalini Ali a choice? Do you offer Rashmi Samant a choice? Do you offer any Muslim woman a choice? You say, no, you have to wear the hijab.
Thank you so
then
much for bringing me in, because I'm going to say something. Okay,
Shalini goes first. Shalini, go on.
Arnab, let me say something over here right away. See, religion and politics, it's a very old saying, and it goes on that not only have I heard it, but everyone around the universe says the same thing, that religion and politics, both you can have personal views about it. You're not supposed to be forcing anyone with anything. The hijab was an issue that was being brought about, the hijab issue that we all know about. There is no issue such as a hijab. Now, has anyone stopped you from wearing a hijab when you're going to a shopping mall? Are you stopped from wearing hijab when you're on the streets? Have you been stopped from wearing a hijab when you're going anywhere around? The question that arises here is that, is a hijab mandatory for a girl to wear it in a school or a university or in a complex, in an educational complex, about whose the uniform rules you know about? As a parent, I have been saying it over and over again that I will only, and many parents like me have already done a Reiki about the schools or colleges where our children are studying. Now, if that school and college does not allow a hijab and is giving you a sense of security because of which we are admitting them over there, then why are you making an issue out of it? I mean, in the olden days, people used to wear burqas, and they used to remove the burqas before entering into the college or the school campus. So the same way that can be done even today.
What happens,
when you are sending your children for education?
What happens is, Shalini, I'll tell you, I get your point, but I must tell you, and I must allow Lubna and Saida on the other side now. You see, Shalini, what does Lubna want? What do Saida want? They want to ban the school uniform. They don't like school uniform. They want, when children go to school, they want to... No. One minute. You want to ban the uniform.
Sindoor is not banned. Why only hijab?
No. So I'll tell you.
Have you?
Yeah.
We are not against the uniform.
Justice Dhulia.
No. You want to ban the school uniform. I understand that.
Why?
Have you heard? Justice
One of you at a time. You are against the uniform. You don't like the principle of the uniform. You don't like the principle of the uniform. One of you, please.
You need uniformity.
One of you, please. Okay, who's going first?
Institutions. You need the reason
okay,
for why
Lubna goes first.
there is because for a sense of uniformity.
You cannot put your words into my mouth.
Lubna,
have you heard what Justice Dhulia said? Have you heard? Have you gone through whatever he has said? Whatever he has
I know
stated?
there is a split verdict and I will not comment on it.
Do you know what he has said?
I know there is a split verdict and I will not comment on it.
But you must go through it at least. It is just a matter of choice.
Yes.
Whether I choose to wear a miniskirt to school, whether I choose to wear a hijab, or whether I choose to remove hijab. It is my choice.
No. Now you can't. Now I'll tell you. Now I'll tell you one thing.
Uniforms must be abolished. If people can wear whatever they want to school, then it means that there is no uniform. I mean, the point of uniform is to promote a code of decency within an educational institution. That is what the school says. A uniform
has explained that very well.
A uniform is not a choice. It is a matter of uniformity. In madrasas, our girls are not allowed without wearing a hijab. Is hijab a choice in madrasas for girls? No, it is mandatory as uniform. Do you know that? Do you know that in madrasas hijab is imposed upon girls, and it is imposed as a uniform. So if a government school says that it is mandating a certain uniform,
I asked that question.
You should respect it.
What about 5-year-old?
Okay, so let's get an answer to that. Let's get an answer to that. I think nub of the issue counter argument coming in from Rashmi, and may I, Rashmi, since you've made a strong argument and Shalini has made a strong argument, I would like to ask Saida first and then Lubna. I spend some time trying to extrapolate their thoughts. Saida, a very straightforward question has been asked here by Rashmi Samant. She says, if this is about choice, then do girls in madrasas have the choice whether to wear hijabs or not? Do you offer them that choice there?
It is just a matter of choice. This fight is for the rights of the Muslim hijabi girls.
Really?
That's it. Let them wear, if they want to wear the hijab and go to school, let them go to school wearing the hijab, because Bindi is not being banned, Sindoor is not being banned, Tilak is not being banned, Pagadi is not being banned, Kada is not being banned.
Please do not shout over illogical points. There is no one girl that you can go to a madrasa without a choice, without a hijab because it's her choice. Because you mandate it. Now this is a government school, a government which preaches tenets of secularism.
1 minute, Rashmi, let her have a say. Rashmi, allow me please. I can't hear both together. You have very strong views, all of you. I'm getting sandwiched in the middle. Allow me to hear every side and I'll come to you. Saida, I repeat my question to you. For this is the beauty with simple questions, they're very short. In a madrasa, is any student, a woman or a young girl in a madrasa, told you have a complete choice? You can come wearing jeans. Are they allowed to do that? Or you can come wearing whatever you want. Are they allowed that choice? Since you are saying we are only for choice, is that choice allowed in a madrasa? Just asking you. That's a question that Rashmi asks you.
Likewise, like school has a uniform, madrasa also has a uniform. So you cannot come wear anything. You don't want to wear hijab.
So the hijab is a uniform.
You want to wear jeans, in that you can wear hijab,
so now
or you can cover yourself fully. But you cannot come in anything. Likewise, you cannot go in a bikini to school, right? Will bikini be allowed in school? Will jeans be allowed in school?
Will school in miniskirt, like one of the co-panelists just said. There in a government school, hijab is not a part of government school clothing. Please, a government school is funded by a secular government.
Sweater when the weather is cold.
Rashmi?
See, let me read
this. College is in Hosi. Weather is never cold here. Please, do not make illogical arguments. 30 degrees plus,
Five-year-old boy,
always very
six-year-old
hot
boy.
here.
I don't want to make any illogical arguments. I just want a minute. I want to read out something, please.
You're changing your arguments every 2 seconds.
If you don't
First
want
you're
to,
saying
then don't make
anybody
them.
can come wearing whatever,
Yeah.
saying they can
Can
come
I
in a
go
police cut.
ahead?
Next moment
Can I
you're
go
saying
ahead?
that there is
Can I
a
go ahead?
uniform.
Can I read out
Nobody
something,
can
please?
come in
Just a
wearing
minute,
anything.
please.
So if you're changing your arguments every 2 seconds, stick to one side and be logical about it. This is young minor girls we are talking about
Nobody
here.
is changing the
Not some
argument.
two-piece
We are
people
sticking
who
to
you
our
can,
point. The point
who
is
you
very
can
clear.
sacrifice
Hijab
for
is compulsory in our
gains.
religion, and
These
if we
are
want
young
to
girls
wear
we are
it,
talking
we
about
will
who
wear it
literally
anywhere we
live
want.
and go to
Nobody
school.
I want to
has
tell
the
you.
right to stop
So
us.
don't come up with arguments
Nobody
that
has the right to
here.
stop
No,
the
I-
girls
here.
from
Please
getting
never hold,
educated by
okay?
wearing hijab.
I'm agitated by patriarchal practices.
Okay, let me
which
read out.
Saida,
are
one-
God
imposed
made
upon
you women. God made you
Let me
women
talk to you
so
about
that
Arusa
you shall
Parvez.
lower your
You know
gaze.
who Arusa
Do not
Parvez
look
is?
at men.
Arusa Parvez
Keep your
is a
feet
Kashmiri
closed.
girl
Cover
who
your head
taught
and do
the
not
12th
disclose the
grade.
garment.
She does
It
not
should be
wear a
concealed
hijab.
with the
And
veil.
she was
This is
threatened
written
on
in
the
Rig
internet
Veda,
with
book
rape and
8,
murder because she
hymn
chooses
33
not to wear a
months
hijab in
1920.
India. And she
In
is the
addition-
topper of 12th grade in Kashmir.
Please be
in
silent
India.
for a minute.
Her name is Arusa Parvez.
Excuse me.
Okay?
Please
and
be silent
laws
for a
that
minute.
you're bringing, the arguments which you're bringing,
Okay, let us
just
speak, then I will
legitimize the
speak.
kind of rape,
No
threats,
worries.
abuse and harassment that girls like Arusa Parvez get for not choosing to wear a hijab. That is what you're enabling here. Two people's so-called choice has become abuse and harassment for more. The same thing happened during the suffrage for voting rights
Nobody
in the United
here in
States.
India is
It took
forcing
6
anyone to wear the
decades
hijab.
because there were
Instead,
2-3
they are
women
being
who thought it
forced to
was
remove
not
the
up
hijab.
to women
This
to
point
choose
should be made
elected
very clear.
representatives. That is the same thing you're doing. You're enabling patriarchy by legitimizing arguments which have been the source of oppression for women since ages. I can name you people after
What
people who
problem
have
you
faced
have?
harassment because of this.
Can
Why are you so
Finish.
obsessed with Muslims and hijab?
Do you
What
have
is the
2
problem?
points to say
What is the
about
problem?
Arusa Parvez, who
What is the
was
problem?
abused for not
Why are
wearing
you
a
so
hijab?
obsessed? Why are you
I'm
so
obsessed
obsessed with
because
Muslims
Arusa
and hijab?
Parvez
What is
was
the problem?
abused for not
You have
wearing a hijab
forgotten
in
your
India.
religion.
And
In your
your
religion,
arguments
hijab is there.
legitimize the
In
fact
Rig
that
Veda,
they need
hijab
to be
is mentioned,
abused.
but you don't follow it. So what should we do? If we want to follow, let us follow. If we want to, let
Wear
us
a
follow.
hijab
If we
in
want to
public
follow,
place,
you
nobody
have
is
forgotten
stopping
your
you from
religion.
doing it.
First look into your
Schools,
religion.
government schools
First read the Rig
have
Veda. First read the Rig
We
Veda.
don't bring
Find out
religion to government
about your
schools.
religion
Sorry,
first.
nobody is bringing
Find out
government
about your religion first.
religion to public places. This is a secular country. You can't be, under the name of freedom, bringing it everywhere. You are free to wear a hijab in public places. But if you go to a government school with a uniform, then you have to respect the government school
Saida and Rashmi.
and the secularity of this country, which preaches uniform.
Saida and Rashmi,
Do you
may I?
even know the meaning of hijab?
Saida and Rashmi, may I please?
We have to wear
May I
it
step in for
everywhere
a
in front
moment,
of
please?
our
Saida and Rashmi, thank you so much. Saida, listen to me, Saida. Listen to me. Let's be very logical tonight, okay? Let's not get carried away. I am telling you. Now, let us understand this. That you are basically arguing that it is pro-choice. And you are saying that the uniform is not important.
Yeah.
The hijab is important because it is the choice of the Muslim woman, and at the same time you're contradicting yourself by saying it's an essential religious practice. Then in that case, allow me please to complete. Allow me please to complete. Allow me, and I bring in Ishkaran right now.
Okay.
I'm bringing in Ishkaran also into the debate. I'm bringing in Arnab into the debate. I'm bringing in Tanveer into the debate. Listen to me logically. We have the defense forces in our country. And, now it is so good that so many women are joining our defense forces to serve the country. Now, my question is, there are rules for cadets, including all lady cadets. Okay? Please hear me on this, Arnab. All the lady cadets are required to trim their hair. If they want to keep it long, they need to keep it in a tight bun. These are all rules, right? So that it does not come in the way of physical training. Now, my question would be to you, Arnab. Tomorrow, if somebody says, Arnab, that during military training and while serving in the defense forces, women must wear the hijab. And if you deny women from wearing the hijab, then you're discriminating against their rights. So then, what will we have? What kind of situation will we have? Tomorrow it could equally happen, Arnab, and be logical. Women are joining the police forces, women are joining the CRPF, right? Are you saying that in the CRPF, paramilitary forces, defense forces, army, air force, as well as in the police, women should be wearing the hijab? You see, there is no end to this argument. If you're diminishing the uniform by pushing for religious attire, then that is the danger. You know where to start, but you don't know where to stop. Arnab?
So the aspect of uniformity, I don't see where wearing of the hijab takes away any kind of decency. I don't see where wearing a hijab in class and looking at a fellow student would take away any form of decency. In fact, it adds to the decent attire. It adds to the uniform, if at all. I don't get the aspect
it's not.
of,
It's not that. Arnab, may I put it differently to you? Intervene, please, if you don't mind. There is no decency argument. Nobody's saying a hijab is indecent or decent or any other dress is decent or non-decent. We are not the moral police. But the question is, think about it. How can external markers of religion, I repeat, external markers of religion be forced in institutions which require equality and fraternity? You understand? Like you cannot have people dressed as per their religion in the forces. You cannot have people dressed as per their religion in schools, in colleges. Tomorrow, otherwise, we will be a country of 1.4 billion people, where in the name of choice, you are actually imposing the will of a few on many.
You need to imbibe those constitutional
So you are saying that in the Air Force, a Muslim woman should dress as a Muslim, a Hindu woman should dress as a Hindu. You are saying that in the army also, a Hindu should dress as a Hindu, a Muslim should dress as a Muslim. You are saying that is going to introduce diversity. So what you're basically saying is let's not have any military uniform in India. You're saying let's not have any military uniform in India to promote diversity.
I never said anything about the military uniform.
But that's what is the fallout.
But
that's the fallout of your argument. That's a singular fallout of your argument.
Into the aspect of a headgear or a hijab.
Now, how do you know it stops in schools? Where does it go? No, where does it go? Where does the argument stop?
Below the shoulder.
No, where does the argument stop? Where does the... Arnab, listen to me. Ishkaran is on the debate. Let me get him.
And that's where the...
Arnab, if I could come in now. Arnab, if we look out and say instead of night, it is afternoon. Instead of moon, it is sun. It will not make it so. There is no consent in this. Let us be very clear. I'm reading a headline.
That's a ridiculous
I am reading a headline. Let me please read a headline. It's very important. It's in all newspapers. Mumbai, man stabs wife to death for not wearing burqa, arrested. That's the headline across the newspapers. 27 September. Somebody wants, they can read it. Let us first please be very clear on what we are doing here. If we say that wearing of hijab is a matter of consent and choice and so it should be allowed and uniform, you and I, should not be there, then why stop at hijab? Why is burqa not a matter of choice? Why should that not be allowed? Or why is other forms of religious dresses not a matter of choice and why they should not be allowed? And why only in school then? Army, armed forces, everywhere it should be allowed because it's a matter of choice. Because see the dichotomy. One place it was argued it's essential religious practice, a constitutional test that if we don't do this, then we will not be able to practice our religion. But once it reaches Supreme Court, a new argument is advanced that it's only a matter of choice and let people have the choice. Let us be very clear. We have already heard statements outside the court by Mr. Owaisi and others saying it is essential. So in court, you will say it is consent and get an order about choice. But when young girl is going to school, you will say it is mandatory. It is mandated in Islam. And if you do not wear it, then of course you are not following Islam in a proper manner. And how much choice would be there? We have seen when a young girl leaves the house and goes, a Samajwadi MP has already said, besharmi phailegi, behudgi phailegi samaj ke andar. So a young girl will have to not allow besharmi to follow in samaj by wearing a hijab or a burqa. This is what we are reducing girl child education to. And one last line I would say, we cannot have a veto that if you do not pass the laws we want, we will do a Shaheen Bagh jam. If you do not allow us to wear hijab or burqa in school, we will not have girl child education. Let us stop going down to these sort of vetoes and threats. Only then will we have a modern, secular, democratic republic of Bharat.
Absolutely. You see, Tanveer, this is now becoming very illogical. This is becoming very illogical. Can you wear anything and come to school? Can you wear anything and be in the defense forces? The argument that is being put forth today is that the hijab is a matter of choice. right? Now, if you say hijabs are permitted in the name of freedom of expression, then tomorrow, why in school, anywhere you'll say somebody will wear a hijab, somebody will wear shorts, somebody will wear a ghungat, somebody will wear jeans, somebody is going to wear a lungi, somebody is going to have a specific hairstyle, somebody is going to dress according to their choice, and in the name of encouraging diversity, we will be trying to enforce complete chaos. And you know that there is no logic to that. So my suggestion to you is, please accept that it is not about choice. What you're trying to do, what politicians like you are trying to do, is that you are trying to embolden the radicals. And you need to accept that what you're doing is dangerous. If the hijab is normalized as a choice, it will lead to a situation where radicals like the man Iqbal Sheikh, who killed his wife for not wearing a hijab, are emboldened. You are going to embolden that, and you know that. You don't want to modernize the education system. You don't want to ensure a modern formal education system. You have not got an answer to the question, is choice of attire allowed in madrasas if it is the same spirit? Is it allowed in madrasas? Don't tell me, tell your friend Mohandas Pai who's on the debate tonight. Tanveer.
Okay, Arnab, can I answer? Firstly, we need to really congratulate and applaud the great judicial system we have. We have Justice Gupta and Justice Dhulia, two different verdicts. What a beautiful country we are living in. And look, Mr. Mohandas Pai and I, seldom we do agree on points, but still, we end up having discussion for hours together. This is the greatness of this country. But now, bringing the matter about hijab specific. Hijab is a piece of cloth. We all know that, girls, when I was studying, they used to really wear it. And it never was an issue until unless where the current government here in Karnataka, who was absolutely failing to understand and deliver for people's aspiration. And Mr. Mohandas Pai also tweeted against this government and 40% corruption. They really took this issue, and the education minister really took this issue to a level where this was blown out of proportion. And people like MIM and SDP and PFI really took this as a fodder. But one observation which we all need to really understand, what is very important, the girl children's education is absolutely far more important. We all know that, because of wearing of hijab, so many girl children were not allowed to write their exams. And their parents really took away do we want an India which is progressive, which is going to be a Vishwaguru, which is going to become a 6 trillion and 10 trillion economy in future? And our girl children.
So how is wearing a hijab made a precondition for an education? No, you are saying how is wearing a hijab a precondition for an education? How is wearing a hijab a precondition for an education? Are you telling me that a 5-year-old girl or a 6-year-old girl is exercising her choice by wearing the hijab?
Absolutely.
Don't be absurd, Tanveer. Mohan is countering you, Mohan.
How do you inculcate practices? How do you inculcate practices when the child is young? That is when you inculcate a practice. You put a
Oh, so who inculcates the practice? 1 minute.
Why?
1 minute. Counter to you. Listen to my question. I ask you tonight, please. Who inculcates the practice?
The parents.
Who inculcates the practice?
Absolutely, they are the.
One minute. Just 1 minute. Therefore, you agree. 1 minute. Mohan. Therefore, he agrees it's not the choice of the young girl. It's the choice of the parents. Yes. He counters himself live on the debate at 9:36. Mohandas Pai. Singular moment on the debate. He just countered himself. He contradicted himself in a terrible way. Yes, please. Mohan.
Still a child is in a position to take a decision of her own. The parents should definitely really come forward. Mr. Mohandas Pai decided where is his son Siddharth going to study, which school is he going to study, is that subject going to be right for his child? Yes, when Siddharth is absolutely a young man, he took his decision. Did Mr. Mohandas Pai held his hand for a long way?
Arnab, look Arnab, all the mullahs want women to wear a burqa and a hijab. They are not willing for anything else. They want a fundamentally Sharia-based country, which is against our constitution. I think people like Tanveer should stand up against these fundamentalists because they're dangerous, they are killers, they are jihadis, and we've seen what happens when they become extreme fundamentalists. They're very dangerous for this country. This country was divided on the basis of religion, and if these mullahs want something, they can go to the neighborhood, which is their paradise, and do what they want, not in this country. We are defined by the Constitution. Let's be very clear. Point number two. Children, 6, 7, you put them in a burqa and cover their face. Is there any choice? The choice depends upon your right to make the choice. Do you have a right to make the choice? You are being compelled. But Arnab, let us do one thing, Arnab. This argument is not going to be won because all people who follow Islam, most of them go by the fundamentals like Anand Ranganathan says. Let us have special schools for Muslim girls run by the government. Let them wear a full burqa, cover everything, leave their eyes open and do what they want. Let them get education. So we don't have this bogus argument. You're depriving girls of education because
No, I think we need to counter this argument.
Education is secular.
No, we need to counter the argument. We need to counter the argument.
I want my children.
No, we need to counter the argument.
Go to the same school I want that my children goes to.
Arnab, we have to balance everybody's rights. Now, if 80% of the people say, I don't want to be in a classroom with a girl who wears a hijab, are their rights not important? If 80% of people say, I want a uniform where everybody is equal, are their rights not important? Everybody's rights are important. You have to balance everybody's rights. Not a small section. You insist and say, my way or the highway.
All right. Just one point. Just one point. Ishkaran and Arnab are entering the debate as well. So 2 versus 2 for a moment.
One point, Arnab, can I just make one point?
Arnab, you
Arnab,
are
just one point if I can.
Yeah, Ishkaran, yeah.
Arnab, I usually...
Just 1 minute. Ishkaran. 2 versus 2. Calm down. Ishkaran's turn. I have not asked my question yet. I'm listening.
Yes. Arnab, one second, let me finish my point. Arnab, I usually agree with Mr. Pai, but I don't agree with... I usually agree with Mr. Pai, but I don't agree with this. We cannot do a hands-off, shrug-off approach. We had a Hindu code bill. We did not bring a Muslim code bill saying Muslim Samaj is not ready yet under Nehru government. We have to reform. We have to bring triple talaq ban laws. We have to bring laws which don't allow polygamy. We have to bring Muslim and women education and not allow a veto that if you don't do this, we will wear hijab or we'll go to separate school. We have to bring them to normal schools where everybody studies without having a veto on how they will wear a uniform. That is where we have to go as a state. We cannot shrug off the responsibility.
We need to point out here. Arnab wanted to counter as well. Arnab, let's hear Arnab from Bangalore. Arnab, you can make your point, then I'll come in. Yeah.
Mohandas says argument about having more number of students not wearing the hijab and then the only few wearing the hijab. I mean, that's not the way to go, because that's exactly antithesis of what our constitution says. Our constitution says that we look at inclusivity, we look at plurality, and he can laugh as much as he wants. He's missing the point that the fact that we need more and more people, all different kinds of people in one class, and that's how we are able to imbibe and accommodate everyone in our class. So exactly what Justice Scalia also said in his dissenting opinion.
Right, so you don't want the uniform, according to you, clearly. There's no uniform. Okay, so we should do away, all schools, according to Arnab, should do away with the uniform.
Hijab takes away the aspect of uniform.
But the uniform is optional, so the uniform, Arnab, don't contradict yourself. You are talking about an optional uniform. Yeah. Mohan.
Arnab, the lady said earlier, what is wrong with wearing a miniskirt? Nothing wrong in wearing a miniskirt. What is wrong in wearing a langoti and coming to school? Let them come. Their choice. Where is it going to end? Where is it going to end?
It takes away decency. Where is the aspect of decency in wearing a bikini?
If you want to add your compulsory religious practices in that, you can add. Like pagadi or
what is wrong? The nudist will say, it's my right to go naked. Let the naked come to class. A nudist parent will say, I want to be a nude. What is wrong? There's a choice.
But wearing a mini skirt, wearing a bikini definitely is against going against uniform, going to school in that.
Man. I want to come naked to class is my choice. Who are you?
Of course, you cannot wear a mini skirt, bikini, jeans and go to school. You have to follow the uniform.
Rules.
But you can add pagadi and hijab for that uniform.
You come fully clothed.
There is an
That's my
aspect
choice. Can
there
you
is
answer
an
his
aspect
argument?
of decency that is required.
Okay.
And I don't see, like I
Saida,
said again,
who are you to say
Saida,
what is decent?
I'm now bringing
Who are you?
Shalini is back on the debate. Shalini is back on the debate.
Compulsory, it is allowed.
Shalini is on the debate. I have a couple of points to make. May I be allowed to do that? 1 minute. Shalini, 1 minute. Shalini, 1 minute. I'm bringing you on the debate, but don't jump the gun. Just wait a minute. Saida, and can I please have Lubna also on? See, Saida and Lubna.
Yeah.
Saida, now you are associated with the All India Majlis-e-Ittihadul Muslimin, if I am not mistaken. You are, no?
Yeah.
Are you associated with the MIM?
Yes, I'm affiliated. I'm a member of the...
It's all right. You can say yes loud.
Yes, I'm associated with MIM. I'm a member of AIMIM.
Yeah, you are from the... Yes. Now I want to ask you...
Yeah.
I want to ask you that since you are associated with the All India MIM, if hijab is a matter of choice, my question to you is, why did the MIM put up posters saying, Pehle hijab, fir kitab?
That was his personal opinion, and let me react to one of your points you made before, Arnab. Mr. Arnab, please give me a minute without
You just said first the hijab, then education, and you're saying personal opinion.
Statement that was made by them कि पहले हिजाब और फिर किताब. हालांकि
You don't believe in choice. You believe in imposition.
That was on.
So what's wrong in that? It is his personal opinion.
Wasallam Saab was
It is his personal opinion.
So
Arnab, I want
the
a
question
minute,
of being
please.
a personal opinion is that first get the facts right. The first word that was revealed to Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam Saab was Ikra. So how are you saying that pehle hijab and then kitab? As a matter of fact, you people should have been ashamed of the sentence and you should have condemned that sentence. You should have never allowed that person to make such a personal comment such as this. That pehle hijab or fir kitab. First you go and read the Quran. First you go and understand the Quran. Then only making 5-year-old, 6-year-old girls wearing hijab.
I am on a Shalini, 1 minute. Shalini.
First find out what
Shalini, 1 minute. Shalini, 1 minute. 1 minute, please. And I'm just making a point here, and if I may be allowed to bring in Rashmi and Lubna into the debate. See, Lubna, there is no harm in admitting that you want to impose.
Me to make my point.
Just don't put up this act of being in a pro-choice. You want to impose, people are not listening, and women across the world are telling you, and people like you, who are you to impose your views on us? I am asking Lubna, you're not even letting Lubna speak. Lubna, why do you want to impose? You tell Rashmi, what do you gain by imposing? Why does a Samajwadi Party leader say that we will chop off people's hands?
Said that.
The PFI only wants to impose, MIM only wants to impose, and if hijabs are a matter of choice, then why have 200 people been killed for fighting the hijab rule in Iran? Why?
See, it is an Islamic country. They were being oppressed. They were being forced.
So there is no choice.
I haven't said that girls should be forced.
So how can the rules of an Islamic country operate in India?
How can you say that?
I am telling you, how can cruelty and choice coexist? How can listen to me? Lubna, my question to you is, Lubna, listen.
Namaz 5 times a day. No, just listen to me. Now just listen to me. You have spoken. Now just listen to me. I am supposed to offer namaz 5 times a day, but I do not. I offer only twice or thrice a day. So there's my choice. But it remains fundamental to Islam, offering 5 times a day. So why can't you understand this basic thing?
You are contradicting yourself.
It might be a fundamental.
You are contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not. You're not.
You are contradicting yourself.
You are not trying to understand.
You are. You are.
No, not at all. Not at all. No, not at all. Not at all.
No. Allow me. 1 minute. Just okay. My point. And I'm bringing in. Now I'm bringing Rashmi into the debate. You see, I think cruelty and choice cannot coexist. Shalini, let me get Rashmi in. My point is, Taliban has mandated hijabs in Afghanistan. Where were the so-called liberal brigade? Women are beaten for not wearing the veil in Afghanistan. A woman was beaten so badly that Rashmi, she lost consciousness because she was out of her house without her husband, and they said she's not fully veiled. Where was the progressive lobby? Where were the progressive lobby? Where were the I don't want my country to become Afghanistan. Masha Amini, 22-year-old, taken away with force, fell into coma after being tortured by the police. What was her choice?
So who is forcing the girls?
Rashmi, what was her choice?
She had no choice at all.
Who is
Rashmi,
arguments here
the government
are just enabling madrasas are forcing girls to wear hijab.
Please make this point very clear.
There is a lot of forcing going on.
Please make this point very clear. Nobody is forcing you to wear the hijab.
Below 18 years of age,
we are
who makes the choice?
The hijab.
Unless until you're 18 and above, people do not have, you don't have legal consent. You cannot consent. You're basically living under your parents' roof. So their decision becomes your, choice by compulsion. And these are little girls we are talking about. They have no choice.
Madam,
they have to do what their parents tell them.
Read Rigveda and find out whether hijab is there in your religion.
What happens is,
then come here
there's no hijab in my Rigveda. Sorry, please do not try to bring,
I think we've got a tremendous response to this debate. We have a tremendous response to this debate. And on the other side, viewers, you must not miss. You must not miss, viewers, the views of Harish Salve, who spoke to our executive editor, Ridhamanand Bhardwaj, on this issue from a legal perspective. That's a wonderful conversation coming up on the other side, followed by my second debate on the charges that have been put against self-styled journalist Rana Ayub. And it's really terrifying, the extent of exploitation that she has allegedly carried out in the name of a tragedy. I mean, this level of financial exploitation of the poorest in this country cannot be tolerated. That and more when I'm back in a few minutes.